Wow, to all the amazing viewers today. Today I have a very special guest. His name is FreeBoy. In today's conversation, we're going to have really very deep conversation, FreeBoy.
Yeah.
And a very honest conversation.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to take long, but please don't be scared because it's one of the conversation that I want to really dig more about FreeBoy. So FreeBoy, you're most welcome to Chill Talk.
Thank you so much.
How have you been?
I'm really humbled. I've been good. Busy, but finally I'm here.
Okay.
I know it has taken me long to be a part of your
yeah,
show.
I know.
Yeah.
Because you're busy, man.
True.
Yeah, that's good. So how's Arua? Can you tell us something about Arua?
Arua has been hot. hot up to the pocket.
I tell you.
Of course, it has been hot. It is like Juba was transferred to Arua because, man, I don't know, I think the weather is kind of changed.
Was it like the first time of it?
Arua used not to be this hot.
Yeah.
But we're experiencing, I think, some global warming stuff like that. Yeah, there must be global warming.
But I think this thing is generally happening.
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. And the rains are also too heavy. When
Rains are too heavy.
It's really like heavy rains. Not just, because buildings are falling, a lot. I don't know, I think, should I say we are blessed or?
I don't know.
Because when it rains, it's heavy. When it's really like hot, it's hot.
It's hot.
Yes.
But we will need that in it being neutral.
Yeah, there must be a balance. And I think, like I said, global warming or stuff like that.
But I think people are overcutting trees.
Of course.
So people, hey, let us plant trees.
Yeah, we need to plant a lot of trees.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, FreeBoy.
Yeah.
Who is FreeBoy when he's 8 years old?
Okay. FreeBoy 8 years back or 8 years old ahead?
8 years old.
Older?
Yeah.
From
who is
now?
FreeBoy? Yeah. Who is FreeBoy when he was 8 years old?
Okay, FreeBoy when he was 8 years old.
Yeah.
Okay, so FreeBoy when he was 8 years old, he was just a humble boy. And he didn't know he would be here on the Chill Talk. But now he's here.
Yeah.
He didn't know he would make good music for the people out there to listen to, and he really didn't know he would be a star, but he had dreams, he had hopes. He grew up in a very harsh setting.
True.
FreeBoy has a very, very, very long story, a humble beginning. Before he was FreeBoy, he was Mandela Mubarak Adam. So FreeBoy was created by Mandela Mubarak Adam in 2002. That is when FreeBoy existed. So right now you're talking to FreeBoy.
Yeah.
When FreeBoy was 8 years old, he was Mandela Mubarak Adam.
Okay.
He was raised in the ghetto, Chisenyi, to be specific. All my life I was in Chisenyi. I came to Arua officially in 2002. Okay. That is when I came to Arua.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically I was in the ghetto, raised in the ghetto.
Wow.
Life was hard. No fees, no what. I was this boy who used to carry scrap on the street.
Okay.
I used to sell scrap and stuff like that for survival. My mother she raised me single-handedly as a mother. So it's a very long story, but I thank God for where I am right now and where he's planning to take me. I leave all that in the hands of God. Okay.
So like that 8 years old of you, did you ever dreamt of becoming a musician, or what was your career?
Yes, 8 years old I was already loving music because I was raised up in a musical background. My mother loved music. She listened to a lot of music, songs and stuff. She had tapes. Till now she still has a lot of tapes, a lot of LP.
Yeah.
The ones that they used to play on record players.
Okay.
She still owns a record player till now. So I grew up listening to a lot of records from the Michael Landstrom rock, the Lionel Richies, the Phil Collins. I've listened to a lot of music. I've cut across because my mom listened to Lingala, Madelu Sistema. She listened to a lot of sound from West Africa. I even started listening to West African music a very long time.
To rule your mother?
Yes, Samborera. I used to listen to sounds of Samborera. I've listened to so many sounds. So I grew up listening to music.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so I love that part where you brought in your mom, because I was going through your biography on the internet, and I saw how your mom really, she was too much in your the attachment of your music,
everything,
and you find that she used to play music and you listen to her.
Yeah.
Does it sing, or she's just a listener?
No, she loved music. She has a good ear for good music.
Okay.
I can say that for a fact.
But for her, she's not a musician.
Yes, but she can tell a good song.
Okay.
That is something I've seen. When a song is good, she was blessed with a good ear. When you play a song, she'll tell you this is a good song. I love the rhythm. I love the... Because she's so much of a sad note person. She loves a lot of sad notes. Oh. Music that has sad notes in it.
Okay.
So she told me, you try so hard to play sad notes. I told her why. Sad notes... She told me when you have a sad note in a song, there's magic in sad notes.
It touches people.
Yes, and people don't know. It can be a happy song, but when it has a sad note to it, there's some magic. So she told me, listen to South African music. It's just music, but there are sad notes that they play in their music that even a church person would love to listen to the song, even if it is a circular sound, even if it's a love song, you know, R&B and stuff. But when you have sad notes in your songs, there's something about them.
So, like your first time when you wrote your song, which year was that?
2002.
So when you wrote that song, where did you take it first to her to listen, like, hey mom, I've wrote this song, and
all right, when I started up music, she used to have a radio cassette player.
Okay.
So the radio cassette player, she used to own a few cassettes, you know, slow music from the Judy Butchers, South African songs. She used to have Ugandan music on it. She used to have those mixes of, you know, slow songs and stuff. She's listened to a lot of slow music, by the way, English sounds. So I used to love these songs every time she played them. Now I could wait for her to go to the shop. She used to warn me, don't use my radio. Don't use my radio. If I find, because, you know, long time radio cassette players were a thing. To find you playing with a radio cassette player, your father's radio cassette player, that is a very big crime. So me, because I loved music, I always wanted to learn these songs. And I think she realized with time that I could actually sing these songs that she played. So she would give me freedom to play back, forward. Even I could spoil her radios because I could keep on forwarding, taking back, forwarding. So those dials could really get spoiled. The buttons. Yes, the buttons on those radio cassette players could get spoiled. But she appreciated it with time. She realized that was my passion, music.
Wow. It's good. I think it's really very good to have a parent who is always
supportive.
Like that. So back to your music career. There was a step in where you traveled to Kampala and then you joined the Bamboo Forest under GNL.
Baboon Forest.
So can you tell us a little story? What made you to travel to Kampala and not remain here in Arua?
Okay, so I chose to travel to Kampala because I'd already gotten a taste of my fame in Arua. I already had it, and I realized it's a very small industry. Arua is a very small industry compared to the population in the city. That is why it's called the city, the capital city.
The capital city,
if I may say so. Why I chose the capital city, because that is where dreams are made. That is where dreams come true. And it was after I did a song with Mr. Blue from Tanzania. And Mr. Blue, when he came for a concert in Arua, he listened to my music and he said, what are you doing here? I asked him, what do you mean? He said, you need to go and fight baboons, don't fight monkeys. When you're here, you're just fighting monkeys. You're a baboon. And a baboon in a forest of monkeys, you need to, go and eat your chest.
Beat the chest.
Yes, go eat your chest with those talented guys out there. It's like, okay, so he asked me, do you find challenge here? Like, do you find somebody who challenges your creative, process or ideas and stuff? I'm like, no, I don't think people understand my kind of sound here. But then I may say I was this guy that really like pushed R&B music in Arua. I gave R&B life. There was no R&B in Arua. Our people in Arua used to listen to a lot of like folk music, local sound.
Local sound.
They never wanted to cut across. Like they were comfortable where they are. But I don't want to be here. I don't want my music to stop here.
Yeah.
I want to see West Nile music take part in the African sound. I want to see West Nile music take part in the global industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is how I moved to Kampala and got myself signed to one of the biggest record labels, Baboon Forest Entertainment, which was led by one of the legendary rappers in the game, GNL Zamba, and the likes of the Big Trills, Munji. They were all part of the record label. Yeah. So I go to Kampala, hustle here and there, got a small studio around our home where I was staying at my sister's place. Yeah. There was a studio there, so I go there, I tell them, guys, I'm an artist, can I try to do something with you guys? Yeah. It was basically a hip hop or rap studio called MIC Records. Okay. Then they're like, what can you do? What do you think you can do? I'm like, give me the mic. And who is willing to write a song right now? I give him a hook. They're like, are you sure you can drop a good hook? I'm like, yeah, just try me. And before you know, this guy says, okay, let's do something. They give me a beat. I drop a hook. Before you know, all the rappers come in. They're like, who is that guy inside there doing? Like, some guy called FreeBoy. It's from Arua. I get done with one session. There's another rapper telling me, can we work tomorrow? I have this thing, but I need a hook. I don't have a hook. Before you know, 440 comes in, Killer Instinct is there. We have people like Rugged Maid. We had like the top rappers. These guys are known rappers back in the city. Yeah. 440 was such an incredible rapper. Too Extreme has won the Hot 100 rap battles and stuff. Like these are guys who have been there, you know. So I find myself working with these guys. They have been part of the hip hop canvas. Back then, we used to have those get together rap nanny, you know, songs and stuff. Yeah. And I'm seeing them. These are guys I used to just watch on TV.
But now you're with them.
Now I'm with them.
And even you do for them
and
some
I'm doing for them hooks. And they're loving it. And you know, the gospel kept on, you know, going out there. And before you know, one time GNL visits the studio. So I already had work in the archive. So GNL listens to some of the songs there, and then he falls onto my archive. They play my music and he's like, wow.
Who is this one?
Who is this guy? Can I see him right now? Yeah. Luckily enough, he was working on his album called Speaking Vernacular. So he listens to my songs and he's like, can I see this guy? Yeah. Then they called me, they're like, wait, FreeBoy, where are you? Soko Jewano, come here, come to the studio. There's something up, man. The big man wants to work with you. I'm like, who is the big man? Come, you will see him. And then I get there, there's a car outside. Our studio really, normally there are no people with cars. I'm like, I'm seeing a car, I'm seeing a lot of guys out there. The Big Trills were there, inside the car. Munji was inside the car. In the studio, they're like, man, you're the guy who's doing these hooks for these rappers, yeah. Can we go and work? I'm like right now, I was putting on sandals. Like, yeah, right now. So by then, Swangs was at Kabalagala, that side. Yeah. Tank Hill. Kabalagala, Tank Hill, that side. That's where Swangs was. Yeah. Swangs was also a recording studio. People don't know Swangs is a recording studio, a record label, a publishing company. So he had already some songs that he had recorded in Swangs. With Benon. Benon was the one working on his album as well. He had some songs in Talent Africa. He had some songs in Rota Records, which was owned by Samurai, who right now he's called Sam, but we used to call him Samurai. Okay. So he's one of the top, the biggest rap or hip hop producer in the whole of Uganda. He has had the biggest hit songs in Uganda, rap songs. So if you talk about Samurai, if you're a hip hopper and you don't know who Samurai is, then you
don't know what you're
not
doing.
a rapper. So Samurai works with Talent Africa currently.
Yeah.
Ali Bai signed him. So he is like the official producer for Talent Africa.
Okay.
So most of these rappers, the Navios all had their first big breaks, their first hit songs from Samurai. Okay. But then he owned a record label, or no, a studio called Rota Records. Yes, so that's where we went. I've worked with Samurai, worked with Benon before Swans. I've worked with them 2011.
Yeah.
I was already there in Swans. I'd worked with them because we called Aliga. He owned a portal called West Nile Web back in Arua. Now, when he started up West Nile Web, it was basically a portal that was supposed to share anything that is great, anything beautiful from the West Nile. So that was the target of West Nile Web. It was supposed to share the beautiful stories of West Nile, because not a lot of our stories are told out there by most of these national TV stations.
Of course.
Most of our stories are not out there. Most of our cries, most of our victories are not documented out there. And he wanted that portal for the West Nile people to document their stories and put them out there. Of course, with internet,
Yeah.
If at all you put West Nile, of course it will bring West Nile Web. It will suggest for you. So
Yeah.
he wanted it to be a portal where you could find any information about West Nile. The beautiful places, the talents back home, the faces back home. But yeah, I don't know how it all went with West Nile Web, but he called me and he told me, look here, I've put my eyes on you and I think it is time that I make you a star. I was like, okay. So the first deal was he loved my sound, Sabala.
Sabala.
And he's like, can we do a video for Sabala? Yes. He called Sasha Vibes, told Sasha Vibes, I want you to shoot a video of some boy. He's gonna come, he's coming from Arua, he's called FreeBoy, he has a beautiful sound. Yeah. Please make sure you give me a very good script or a beautiful video, beautiful visuals. Yeah. And worked with Sasha Vibes. Sabala was out, did a media tour for Sabala. And it never got the recognition it needed. Of course, it's one of those beautiful sounds.
Of course.
Yeah?
Of course.
But when it comes to marketing, you should understand where you are selling the product. Yeah? And it is like football. When you go to Manchester, or if you're signed under Manchester, you are going to play the game that Manchester wants you to play. You are going to play Manchester.
Yeah. You're going to leave your style of play.
You're going to leave your style of playing, of course. Yeah. So, and this is something people don't understand about music. When you go to South Sudan, people consume a different sound. There's a different sound, totally different sound that people consume back in South Sudan. True. There's a different sound people consume in Khartoum. There's a different sound people consume in Uganda. Yeah. Yes. And the biggest sound people consume in Uganda, to be very sincere, if I was to ask you, which sound do you think people are consuming currently in Uganda?
I think Afrobeat.
Okay. Which language do you hear mostly?
Luganda. Luganda is dominating.
You see?
Yeah.
And this is something that my people don't want to accept. But Luganda as a language is the biggest or most consumed language. Yeah. Not only just in Uganda, even in South Sudan. Yeah. People consume a lot of Luganda.
Yeah. And like we vibe to it. Like let me tell you, like almost all the musician from here, when he goes back to South Sudan, like when he goes to South Sudan for performance, man, guy looks like a star. Yeah. Did you perform there?
I've performed in South Sudan, I think, twice.
Twice, right?
Yeah.
So you find that the reception given to you, bro, it's just next level.
Of course. And this is one thing I want to big up South Sudan people. They don't segregate.
Yeah.
South Sudan, they appreciate good music.
Good
they appreciate
music.
sound, and they welcome
it, yeah.
sound from everywhere. Now, that is something I've seen. There are so many Ugandans who perform in South Sudan, but there are no South Sudanese who are performing in Uganda.
Phil, you find that when a South Sudanese comes and perform here, that where are the South Sudanese? They should go and attend their show because their guy has come.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
There are so many central artists
Yeah.
of Ugandans who perform in West Nile, but you will never find West Nile performing in Kampala and being given reception.
I think it's another topic that it's gonna be
You get it?
on it. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say, when I was there, I tried selling Sabala, and Sabala was not given good reception. I tried selling Mahaba. There was no good reception. I did English songs like Quiso. I did a few songs, dancehall and stuff, and still. And these songs had better videos. I shot videos in Dar es Salaam. I went to Lagos. I literally did everything to see whether we could be stars, because that was the picture, to sell, because Sabala is just not a local sound, but it is international. Sabala could play in Nigeria, you know.
True.
But we realized that wasn't working. And as long as the music is not being taken in or given good reception, it is also breaking my sponsors'
the trust
and everything. Like it's he's losing it.
Yeah.
You know, because there's a lot of finance being put into the music. People don't know, but each of my videos that were shot back then, like Quiso, Gwabin Kubia, like these songs were costing, like a video was costing like 20 million.
Ooh.
20 million a video.
That's huge.
Now that is too much money.
Too much.
Now this is just a single video. 20 million, because you have the flight tickets, you have to go to Dar es Salaam, you have to pay for the venue where you're shooting, the hotel, the vixens are very expensive back there.
Yeah.
The camera you're using, the Red Magic, the camera is expensive. You're hiring it, the director should be paid.
Also.
You have the hotel cost, you're sleeping in a 5-star hotel, you have to pay because you need to look like a star that you are. You know, you're going to a country. There is a lot, yeah. That the person who is looking for the location scout has to be paid, you know, and the time you're spending there, feeding and everything, you know, the costs are really high. And before you know, just a single video is like costing you more than 30 million. You get it?
I feel it.
And
I see.
People don't see how much artists put into their music. But if they only understand, if they only get to the behind the scenes, I have receipts to all these videos.
These videos you showed.
And if you gather all that, like more than,
you see crazy money.
More than 500 million, bro, was spent on the name FreeBoy by Viva Entertainment. More than 500 million was invested. Your outfits, you know, like making sure that your rent, everything, because as an artist you are not gonna work. You can't go and start working in the supermarket. Like they have to keep you in there.
You have to be in the cave.
You know, you have to just be there.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. The Elijah Chitakas, the Azawis, they can tell you. They're just there. They sit. All they do is to wait for a call. Hey, where are you? Yes, come and do this. Come and do this. But you're not allowed to work, and that is how record labels are.
Okay.
You know, they facilitate all that. So it is a lot of work that comes into it. So when I realized time was passing and I needed to really do something really quick that would bring back his faith and make him believe, bring back the belief, the trust, I said, okay, for how long are we going to be doing this, and it's not working? So one time, just one night, I was like, FreeBoy. This is crazy, yeah? But I think there are a few people that I told this story.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say it here.
Yeah.
So, recently was asked, what is the secret to him making big hit songs? He said, good sex. Yeah. And you see, people are afraid to say this thing.
Yeah.
I had some good sex.
Okay.
Really good one. And I don't know, my mind's kind of just opened. I started singing.
Yeah.
And it was like a joke. I started singing. And I was basically singing just for this girl. Mukwana was researching, and we were playing. And she told me, by the way, this is a very good sound.
Yeah.
Did you know that you could actually make a hit out of this song? And I still have the recordings on that fateful night.
Yes.
When I just started singing that stupid sound. And there's magic. You know, some people don't want to talk about this, but sex is therapy. You know? Sex can open up your mind.
Your mind.
Yeah? There's so many artists who actually, let me tell you, even if you did your proper research about the interviews from the great, yeah, they will tell you. It's either he's lining up ladies naked in front of him, someone like Snoopy Dogg. Snoopy Dogg coming up with good creative sound and everything. He has naked ladies in the studio.
Yeah.
You know, because that is what he loves. That's what gives them, you know. And then with me, I don't know, I think it is not sex, but on that day that Kwata Essimu was written, it was for sure good sex.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
I felt alive. I felt born again. Like I felt I was in my skin.
I know.
And put out the song. I didn't know Pro Kamba. Most of you know Kamba.
Hey, Kamba.
From
the
South
producers
Sudan.
from South Sudan, yeah.
Yes. Now, Kamba was staying next to the same apartment where I was renting. So I didn't know Kamba was there.
Yeah.
They had transferred the studio machines and equipments because his boss was staying next to me. I didn't know all that long.
Yeah.
For like 2 years, I didn't know.
Wow.
So Kamba shifted from Freedom City where he was working, because that's where the studio was, Entebbe Road. Then he brought the studio back home. Now guess where he brought the studio? Charlie Wajala, next to, opposite just my gate. Yes, my apartment. Now when I was coming out of my apartment, I see Kamba. Because we were both, I think, going to buy Chikomando.
Yeah.
You know that life of,
I know.
of single people.
Of single people.
We're all going there. Then he asked me, you stay here? I'm like, yes. For all this long, you're in Kampala, you stay in Chalwajala. Yes, I've been here for like a week inside there doing my things. I didn't know you stay here. I'm like, yeah, I stay here. It's only that today that my boy is my guy who works for me. Because most of these studios have their guys who help them to bring food, they send them.
Yeah.
So that day, I think the guy was not there. That's how we met. And it's like, I'm also going to buy Chikomando. So we slopped together.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I didn't know. I'm happy that they're like, yeah, so if you find time, you come, we do something. Because I am also free, you know. I'm like, okay. So I had Kwata Essimu already in my head. So I went to him, I told him, Kamba, there's something I want to try out. He told me what? I want to do Kadongo Kam. The guy was laughing. Now, Kamba.
Yeah.
Kamba, you know, for him, his vibe, for him to work, you need to have like a Uganda Waraji there, his mirror there, to get into the vibe.
Into the vibe,
So I got when he was already in the vibe, somebody had bought him, he had bought himself a muzinga there. I'm like, okay, can we work? He's like, bro, come. We started. Omukwana was searching. Let me tell you, Kamba is one of the most talented, most skilled and talented producers.
Right now, like in South Sudan, almost all the hit songs are coming through him.
Of course. Action energy.
Action energy.
That is him. You know? So I think Kamba is this producer who doesn't really want to tell the world who he is.
You're right.
He is a very simple guy, and I think the magic is in his simplicity. Kamba produced Kwata Essimu. From the instruments, everything, it was Pro Kamba.
Wow.
Yes. And he understood the sound because he knows. Trust me, that track would not be Kwata Essimu if it wasn't for Kamba.
True.
So when we did the song, he gave me a demo. I didn't care about the song. I just stayed with the demo. I also get lazy.
Yeah.
Even currently, I have almost 20 demos with me that I haven't released. Songs that people are telling me, why don't you release? Why don't you release?
You just take your time.
They're just demos because I think there's always the right time for everything. So I stayed with this song, Kwata Essimu, from 2017. We produced it 2017 was when I had the demo.
It was in 2017.
2017. 2018 I had the demo with me. It was not yet out. It was just there, 2018. Just as a demo. Now 2019, someone really said no. My mother actually now.
You gave her to listen? I
gave her to listen. 2019, when I came back home from Kampala. She told me, wow. She told me, yeah, you've done music, but
this one?
This is your breakthrough. Asked her why. She told me the rhythm. The things I told you, it is like a sad song. It's not sad. It has that. It
keeps you hooked.
Yes. It has a South African bass to it and everything. Like, it is nice. Even that sound is sad.
Yeah.
There's some sad notes into it that really make it magic. She told me, this is the song. This is the song. Give me this song. I gave her the song. Up to now, she has it as a demo.
The demo?
Yes, she has the demo in her phone. Now, she tells me, what do you think of producing this? Have you talked to your management? I'm like, they're not buying the idea. They're into wanting me to be like, they want me to sell international. They want to like brand me like that.
Okay.
They don't think this is the hit song. So 2019, I think I was at the verge of breaking up from the record label. Actually, we met with my boss, the director, and they told me, I think we have tried enough.
It has failed? It
has failed, so I think it's time to say goodbye. I'm like, oh, it's okay, but I have this song. We had Javas, I remember Javas.
Yeah.
But I have these Javas, Kamocha there. I have this song. The guy told me, I don't think we have money to push
this song
anymore. We have spent a lot. I'm like, oh. I was really heartbroken because I needed another chance. I could not see it. I walked out of Javas, stepped on that border, and went home. Now something came into my mind. There is a guy who called me, he's called Alan Drake.
Yeah.
Alan Drake believed in me. He told me, a FreeBoy. Because I was with him when I was introducing him to my boss, telling my boss, this guy could actually help us now. Because we tried a lot of music ground promoters.
Yeah.
So the last person I had hopes in was Alan Drake. So Alan called me, told me, FreeBoy, what do you think if you just release this song on your YouTube channel? Just let it go on your YouTube channel. You never know. Just release it. Since now your deal with the record label, I think they are dropping out. Just do it now.
Just do it.
I picked the song up, dropped it on my YouTube channel, made an album art for it, dropped it on my YouTube channel.
As audio?
As audio. And I packed up a few things of mine. Of course, the house was not yet cleared, all the balance. They were demanding me a lot, so some things I left in the house. I came back to Arua for a break now. And as I wait for these people to clear the house and everything, then I pick my things, then come officially back to Arua. So while I was in Arua here waiting, of course I've locked the house. And each time I'm in Arua, time is just
running.
So I'm in Arua 2019. I didn't know. By the end of 2019 there, we're still in 2019, the song started picking up. The song, now I dropped the song in my YouTube channel. I used not to go back following up what...
checking how it's doing.
Because I never had subscribers. It was just me dropping and just leaving things to be there.
Okay.
Leaving music there. I didn't take it as a very big issue. Like online marketing and online things are just beginning to be a very big deal now. But then YouTube was just like, I didn't care. I didn't know how it works. I didn't know much about it. It was just there.
Yeah.
So the song is there. Kumbe. Waiki Benda has commented on the song. A-Pass has a comment there. If you check, they are the first people who commented. A-Pass had already commented, this is a mad jam. I didn't know. I was in Arua. A-Pass was like, this is a very beautiful song. I didn't know. Mia Kumbe, the song has comments by big stars. The song has already started moving on its own.
So interesting.
I'm like, man, how? Then, before you know, someone called me, told me, do you know Jonathan Nalebo? I'm like, no. I don't know who that was. It was some music journalist. No, it was some journalist here, some radio personality here, who's following Jonathan Nalebo. Now, Jonathan Nalebo is one of the biggest music critics in Uganda.
In Uganda.
He posted the song on his Facebook and said, whoever knows the whereabouts of this artist should look for me. This is an artist that we should show the world. The world needs to know him. This is such an incredible art that we've never had. And he posted it there, looking for me. So people who knew him, who were following him, they called me, man, Jonathan Nalebo posted about it. Did you know? I'm like, I didn't know. You check the name Jonathan Nalebo, you'll see. I even mentioned you. I went back. I checked through my notifications. I saw a mention. I tapped on the mention of that guy. And he was saying, yeah, FreeBoy is from Arua. At FreeBoy is from Arua. So I saw the mention. I saw the post by Jonathan Nalebo. Man, then I started seeing so many ping, ping, ping notification. On social media, like people were posting at FreeBoy, at FreeBoy, at FreeBoy. Before you know, I started receiving videos, big top clubs
performing, like playing
the song, you know, Thrones, you know, so many big top clubs, urban clubs in Kampala were playing the song. I'm like, wow, this is, and now we are coming to the end of the year. I called my boss. I told my boss, do you know what's happening? My boss told me, no, tell me. You remember the song that you refused? It is actually playing its part on its own. It is finding its way on its own. I did not push it. I did not bother.
Just you posted it.
I just put the song on my YouTube channel. That was it. The song became wild. And before you know, my boss told me, are you sure? I'm like, check out. I sent him screenshots. Told him this is one of the biggest music critics and he's talking about this song. And I screen recorded some of his shows on NBS what when the same guy Jonathan Nalebo is talking. Said this is the same guy who posted. My boss told me, you come to Kampala tomorrow. I told him, it's okay. Now, I told him, let me celebrate New Year. Then I come after. I come in 2020 to Kampala. It's like, it's okay. Because we're left with 2 days.
2 days, yeah.
To 2020. We celebrated New Year here. And after just celebrating like this, the next morning I was in the bus. In the morning, going to Kampala.
Yeah.
Got to Kampala, my house was dusty, opened my house, was cleaning. Now I don't know the magnitude of my song. I'm only seeing just a few of people dancing to it. And before you know, Eddie Kenzo's manager, Martin Better Life, calls me. Is this FreeBoy? I'm like, yes. Do you write music? I'm like, yes, I'm a music writer. And I'm an artist as well. You have a song? I'm like, which one? Kwata Essimu. Are you selling it? I'm like, no, I don't sell the songs. I don't sell my songs. I've not really gotten into selling music yet. Can we do a collab with you and Eddie Kenzo? I'm like, yeah, cool. If at all, it's cool, but I need to ask my management whether it is a very good idea now. I talked to my management. They were like, no, let's first give it time. Let's relax. Let the heat first come. There are a lot of catches that we can get. There are a lot of people that, because we feel like if you work with Eddie Kenzo, then you are both men.
Yeah.
They might not be.
It doesn't bring the
story properly.
Yeah.
As I'm still there, Dax Cartel calls me. Dax Cartel, man, you know him. For him, he's always, he wants to jump onto collabos.
Yeah.
Now, Dax Cartel had even started rewriting, doing my song without my consent. Now, when they told him this guy has a very, a pretty much strong record label behind his back, that's how he gave it a pause. Then he went through my YouTube and realized, oh, actually, I'm the rightful owner of the song. Because he got the song through WhatsApp groups. The song was rotating.
So he thought that it was just from these people.
Yes, most of those big WhatsApp groups, entertainment WhatsApp groups of Kampala. The song had already become big. They didn't know who it was. Now, the beauty about Kwata Essimu, they even didn't know who it was.
Okay.
Now, someone told me. Now, it takes me back to a video director called Kim XP.
Yeah.
Kim XP told me, you need to get these people, Bakwate idol. In Uganda, like, get them when they are idle. When they don't know. Kampala people, if you make it obvious for them to know this is the same FreeBoy one, they might not really take it. You just, the song never had a name, never had intro. Hey, FreeBoy, no, nothing. It just started like Kwata Essimu. Kwata Essimu, nothing like FreeBoy one.
Yeah.
And that is how it rotated, and NTV started playing it. I'm there at home seated.
Seeing yourself play?
They are playing the audio, not even the video.
The video. Just the audio.
Putting my photo, only me without winning Waji.
Oh my God.
They're like, this song, man, like we don't know this artist. Yet they have ever been interviewed in NTV.
Wow.
But you know, it was a surprise. They just didn't know, like they were just playing it with its album art that I had dropped in 2019. They were playing just the audio. A-Pass had made a challenge for the song, and it was just the single without winning Waji. And saying, FreeBoy, this is a mad jam. I dropped the challenge. It never had Winnie on it.
Yeah.
So, like, the song was already a big song on its own. But, of course, when you've been longing for a big song, you cannot let any chance pass you by.
Of course.
So, they called me from Swangs Avenue. They're like, the last call was Swangs. Is this FreeBoy? I'm like, yes. This is Julius from Swangs Avenue. Can you work with us? Like, on what? On a project. You have a beautiful song.
Yeah.
We think if we put Winnie on it, it will even go places. And that was true. I said to Sir that is what I've always wanted, Winnie Waji on a track. Because she's too talented. And Swangs cannot just give you Winnie. That's like they're milking cow. Yeah. It's like now Azawi.
Azawi.
Like you'd rather have a good project for them to even call you. So they called me. I didn't look for them. They looked for me.
They looked for you.
So I went there. We had a board meeting, and they told me, okay, we cracked the deal. And then I introduced my lawyer.
Yeah.
He drafted a few contracts and agreements, and we decided on certain things like royalties, publishing. We had a publishing contract with them, a publishing deal actually, that we signed. They were supposed to publish the song on their YouTube channel because they have a verified one, and then it could make more money for us along the way, being a publishing company. Yeah? Which people don't really get. What publishing is, what a publishing company does. It only publishes music, but you still get your royalties. They help you publish the music for you. So we signed a publishing deal with them, which is working. We signed what they call the creative rights contract. Not a contract, actually a creative rights agreement, which stated clearly that this song belongs to FreeBoy. It is his song, and nobody should tamper with any word in it. Nobody should sell it to any telecom company. Like, it is my song, so the copyrights are mine. The creative rights are mine. So I owned everything to the song. What Winnie Waji has is what we call the performance right.
Okay.
The performing rights, she can perform because she has a voice. She can perform the song, but she can't do anything else with the song, or maybe get endorsements with the song. She cannot sell the song anywhere. She can just perform it during her performances, and that's done.
Okay.
Apart from that, she can be sued.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have full rights. I can sell my song to any company. I can take my song and put it in a movie, like a soundtrack.
Like a soundtrack.
All that, I have the rights.
Wow.
Yes.
That is really a story. I love it. And then just that one brings up to this question of the copyright. Recently, you had a conversation on a serious, like a saga on TikTok, where you talked about MTN and Airtel using your song without you knowing. Can you tell us what happened?
Okay, so I sued MTN and Airtel back in 2020. I served them with their lawsuits because they, because of copyright infringement. They infringed my rights. They used my song without my consent, without my notice, without letting me know. As far as I'm concerned, a company like MTN or Airtel, before even using a product or a creative piece like Kwata Essimu, they need to do what they call identifying the artist, the rightful owner to the song, and contacting the person. After contacting the person, getting on board with the person, or being on the same page with the owner of the song, and asking whether they could use my song as a callback tune, which none of those was practiced. They never did that. They never called me. They just claim they have a distributor who distributes songs for them by names DMAC. But I'm wondering, if you have someone who distributes music to you, have you ever asked him whether he owns a record label? Because DMAC is not a record label. For DMAC to give you songs, you must ask DMAC, who are the artists on this song that you are distributing to us? Do these artists have consent over their work? And if they have, produce paperwork to it. So we asked them, if DMAC gave you the songs, produce the paperwork that we allowed DMAC to distribute our songs to you. They don't have the paperwork. So why would you, as a very big telecom, a giant telecom company like MTN, with lawyers, top-notch lawyers, who know about copyrights, choose to just use music that you have no copyrights on? I was thinking, even if you have distributors must provide another paperwork from the rightful owners of the song, because these are just distributors. They are not music artists. DMAC is not an artist. DMAC is not a record label. So for you knowing that he's just a distributor, you also need to know that there is also another party, which is the artist. That party needs to make sure that it has consent over its work. You cannot buy a car without a logbook.
Of course.
Because if you don't have a logbook and you were caught driving the car, and the rightful owner has his logbook to that car, even if you bought it with your money, had the cash, I can still take the car off you. Because I will ask you, if you're claiming it's your car, where's the logbook?
What shows?
What shows it is your car? So this is what I'm asking MTN. You were using or owned my song without my rights. Show me paperwork that has my signature to it, that I, FreeBoy, has given MTN this song. Show me any paperwork there. There is no paperwork. They don't have it. So let them just come out clean and pay me my money. That is it. And so, maybe I hope this serves to be a lesson for them to know that all these lawyers, the top-notch lawyers they are paying as a company, what are they doing?
What are they doing?
What kind of law did they study? How do you own something that is not yours? Because when you are acquiring something like a callback tune, you must ask your distributor, I am seeing this song, it's like for FreeBoy. Is FreeBoy having his hand on it? No. Is Winnie Nwaji having a hand on it? No. is Swang's Avenue giving you the song? No. They didn't bother looking for the owner. They just used the song because
and
they
people
think...
pay money to use it.
And people pay money. So they think, because they're a big company, we cannot fight them. But the fight is still on. So even if it means sleeping at the State House, outside the State House, I'm going to do that. I'll do that this year.
So now, what is their response so far?
Of course, stressing the case. We are going to court. Their lawyer is basically asking the lawyer to give him more time to file more documents. Which documents if you don't have my consent? All I want is show me consent that I consented, I accepted you to use my song. That is all. The minute they produce it that it has my signature and everything, then I'll say, I don't have anything. So they just have to pay. So how much are you expecting them to pay you? Man, it's too much money, if I may say. It's really too much money. Yeah. It has really the money has accumulated. Each year that passes, just to know I'm investing money, I'm paying my lawyer, I'm facilitating my lawyer to go check up the case, be checking on the case. So just know, if I was asking for 100 and something million, then right now we are talking of 700 something million. Okay. And I will pay. Okay. Yes. Is it both together with Airtel? Airtel and MTN. Airtel also use it without also? Oh, of course. Oh, motherfucker. Because this is what they are used to do. They are used. So they do it. They are used to doing it. Okay. And you, the musician, you maybe feel like you're favored. Now MTN is using my song. They are used to doing that. And you see, they did it at a very wrong time when Ugandans during the lockdown have really been, pressed down with no performances and everything. By the lockdown helped us, it opened our minds to online marketing and everything. So artists too had already started practicing it. They were eating off royalties. Even with no shows, they were eating off. So it opened out. So they did it at a very wrong time. At that wrong time. When most of us now understood the importance of copyrights and everything. And the good thing, I'd already even copywritten my song. It was already copywritten. So I was on the path, on the right path. So for me to even take the case to court, I needed to produce evidence for them to actually provide MTN and Airtel their lawsuits. They had to, because the court cannot take on a case without evidence. Evidence, yeah. So meaning there was already evidence that I'd provided. Wow. Yes. Yeah, that is good, because it was a very important thing that I feel like I want to bring it into the conversation, because it can help also other musicians out there. Understand. Because some of them they don't know, they're ignorant. Of course, a lot of them don't know. They take music lightly. Others just do music because they just want to be village stars. Yeah. Others do music because they want to sleep with girls around. Sure. Others just do music for the love of it, just that I just want to do music. Yeah. But some of us are past that stage. True. Of course, you have to go through all those stages. Currently, it's about the money for me. Because when I look back, those years are all not wasted for nothing. Sure. So now it's about the business, it's aggressiveness, I need the money. Let the music talk. And let it talk in currencies. Now I'm about the money. So if it means I'm all about money and paperwork. Yeah. That is it. So thank you so much on that. So there's this thing that it's very important that I feel like I want to ask you on it, because there are a lot of discussions going on. I don't know, maybe you came across it, where people after FreeBoy released Kwata Essimu, from that day up to now, there's not any other Kwata Essimu song, some hit song, like Kwata Essimu. Do you think, because it's a hit song, it's like a viral, it went viral. And then it was actually a big song. It is a big song. So a lot of people say big songs sometimes could be dangerous. It can affect you. Yes. If you're not that serious. Yes. Big song can be an advantage. Yes. So now, what are we expecting again from FreeBoy? Because it was since 2019, 20, we're now in 2025. So now, yes. First of all, I want to rectify this.
Yes.
And this is where music critics, people who listen to our music, and people who love music don't understand. We have 4 types of songs. We have a big song. We have a global song.
Yes.
We have a big song.
Yes.
We have a hit song. And we have a good song.
Good song.
Those are 4 types of songs. A global song, let me give you an example, is a song of Twice as Tall, Burna Boy's album. He had a few global songs that became big. Big global songs.
Yeah.
They became global songs. That's why we have the Grammys. Because the Grammys are there, the Grammy Awards are there to celebrate global songs.
Global songs.
Songs that have gone global.
Yeah.
You know? The Wizkids, we have people like the Davidos. These people have, you know? Then this other lady, the young lady from South Africa. Tyler. She has global songs. She has a global song. Then we come back to what we call big songs. Even there are so many Nigerians who still have big songs. Not global ones.
Not global songs.
But big songs. You know? Now a big song also has a certain kind of magnitude it covers.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. It crosses borders. A big song can cross borders, get into different African countries, you know, even go abroad, but it is not there. Like Jerusalem, KRG.
Ooh.
That was a global song.
Global.
You know?
Yeah.
So such songs, like there are songs that are global, there are songs that are just big songs.
Big songs.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They have where they
can be.
They can be. You know? And a hit song. A hit song is any song. Even in Arua here we have hit songs.
A lot.
A song can be a hit song in Arua just. When you leave Arua and enter Juba, you don't hear it anywhere.
You're right.
No, let's be
realistic. No, you're right.
Now that is what a hit song is.
Yeah.
A hit song can be a song even in just Teregu there.
And it can be hit there. There.
When you go there, the person who sang it there, even if you bring your what,
you cannot defeat him.
You cannot defeat him.
And when they have to play it during clubbing. Yeah.
That is the nature of a hit song.
Yeah.
A hit song can be a song in Barara. It's only just there in Barara.
In Barara.
No one knows it. Let me give you an example of Omusheshe by Ray G. Omusheshe was first a single song. It was just a hit song in Mbarara. Not in Uganda. Until Spice Diana jumped onto it. It ceased being a hit song, it became a big song. Because it crossed borders.
Yeah.
A big song crosses borders. I just want to remind you that a big song crosses borders. A hit song stays around a specific vicinity.
Okay.
Hit songs just stay around specific vicinities. A hit song can be just in Juba. Nga we don't know it here. Gondosaki was a hit song in Juba. It wasn't a hit song here. Not until Harmonize jumped on it. It became a big song.
Yeah.
Because it crossed now borders.
Yeah.
Now, that is where it was titled a big song. Kwata Essimu was just a hit song. But when Nwaji jumped on it, it became a big song. Because Kwata Essimu would only just be a hit song in Kampala, a hit song there,
just there
in the central. But when Nwaji jumped on it, the combination made it a hit song. It went viral. It crossed borders. It entered Kenya, entered Nigeria. So when a big song is one that crosses.
Okay.
That when I live here and go to Kenya and I stand and do Kwata Essimu, the crowd will sing.
Yeah.
That makes it a big song. When I live here and go to South Sudan and I sing Kwata Essimu, South Sudanese will sing Kwata Essimu.
Definitely.
These people come and go. Konde Boy came and left. But you saw what Konde Boy did on John Frog's song. You saw what John Frog did. John Frog had Gondosaki, but when Harmonize jumped on it,
it left a fruit.
It was a big song. And that was a kickstart for John Frog. Gondosaki was still just a hit song. Because me, I heard it through my girlfriend. She played me that song and said, this is Gondosaki. Hey, what is Gondosaki? It's like, she told me the meaning of Gondosaki.
Yeah.
You know? I'm like, okay, that is a big song back in South Sudan. I'm like, really? Yes. But before you know, when Harmonize jumped on it, it was everywhere on the countdowns in East Africa. So, guys, events organizers, concert organizers, please let this whole industry benefit from these shows. I'm not saying I also want to benefit, but I feel like we need to maintain the industry. Apart from just being artists in the industry, we also need to look at the mama industry. The industry is our mother. We need to take care of the industry. We need to take care of her. If we take care of her, all of us are going to benefit from her.
True.
But if we don't, it is not going to produce more babies, more talents, more, because we have sucked everything out of it. And there will be nothing left out of it. So let's give back to the industry. Me, I by the way, performing on stage, I don't look at that as platform. Platform is when I have a small time with my idol, the big artist, sitting with him, recording, just us talking with him. That is enough for me to post it on my socials and get more recognition. Do you know FreeBoy actually has a clip where he sat with Fally Ipupa? They were together, they were discussing. Together. It's enough for me to go out there and get opportunities.
True.
Just that clip with him is enough to open ways for me. People don't know these things. Event organizers don't give artists this chance. You find an artist who's part of the show in Arua being blocked. They can even slap your face. If you go there trying to say, hey, I want to talk to Fally Ipupa, they will even punch your face. Yet you're part of the show. You are on. You can even tell them, guys, I'm on the poster. We localize our artists. We make them look like they are not capable enough to become. Fally Ipupa was like them before he became Fally. So it is always a process. Give them a chance. And it is through that chance that you are going to find more superstars to work with tomorrow.
True.
But if you don't give them a chance, the industry will have nothing.
Of course. Wow. Finally, we're coming to the end of the show. So what could be your last remarks that you really want to give to people in West Nile, in Arua generally, or Uganda?
Let's think international and sing local.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's sing local and think international.